Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right, Four of Wands. You are getting stuff done. I kind of feel like you're the type of person that has you have like a to-do list, or I don't know if you do like a bullet journal or one of those things where it's just like you keep track of everything that you would like to accomplish on a daily basis, you know. I think you're getting a lot of stuff done. I think this card is about those little wins every day. Getting a few more things knocked off your list every day. Building up things in increments, right? Building things up in stages, taking these huge, unbelievably great goals and breaking them down into chunks, manageable chunks. Yeah. So I think you're somebody that is treading forward steadily. I think you have, you've been on a lifetime journey. I think it's been a long path for you. I think that you've gone through a lot of sort of iterations of the path. I think you've gone through a lot of like alterations. Okay, that might be the word. But it's been toward, I think, a very, very particular goal, the kind of life you want. I feel like you know where you want to live, how you want to live, who you want to be, you know, what you want to be doing, who you want to be doing it with, you know. And I think it's just been a steady progression to that. I think right now you're in that mode of just trying to check as many things off the list as you can, you know. Could be the list energy I'm feeling is sort of a checklist that you might do before you take a flight. You know, you kind of, I do this whenever I have to fly. I make like a checklist, everything I need to put in a suitcase. You know, I don't want to forget anything. I'm a little neurodivergent, right? So that sort of makes me, it makes me a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident, and a little bit less stressed out about what I'm going to be doing, you know, because to me, it's always kind of a big event when I have to travel, or if I'm going somewhere or doing something kind of new. I like to be as little stressed as possible, and having a list like that will help. So I wonder if that's something that you're doing now, is you're just kind of, you're checking things off the list because you're preparing for something that's pretty big for you, pretty major. Okay, we're going to put this into some context. We're going to take a look at some more cards, and we'll see what we can see. Oh, now we've got the Lover's card. Very interesting. We've got a Two of Cups. A lot of love there. We've got a Four of Swords. I don't know if maybe you're traveling to meet with somebody new, or this could be traveling to, well, it could be a destination wedding even. Let's see, we've got a Four and a Five of Swords. We've got a Queen of Wands. We've got a Ten of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords. A lot of air energy now, right? We've got the Tower in the position of what we don't want. That's the obstacle. Stability is the name of the game. So we're kind of going from stability to change, right? Back to stability again. So this really could be, this is before you travel, this is while you're traveling, or now this is, you know, maybe before you even got the invitation. Things were baseline, right? Now all of this is in the works, and we've got that Five, we've got that kind of stress, you know. But it's settling down here with the Four of Pentacles. So I think that this is major advances. This is from one point we get a move on, we reach another point, right? So this could be literally travel for you, but I think it's definitely major advances on your path, okay? And it's going from a stable resting, like a campsite for tonight. Tomorrow we journey more, and then we come to another campsite. We rest for the night, then the next day we continue the journey, right? But I think that this is really something, this is a major attainment right now because of this Lover's card in the middle now. Put your pitchforks away. It doesn't have to mean romance. It could. It could mean romance. It could be that you are traveling somewhere to meet someone for the first time, for whom you have some intense feelings. This is something that's bringing you a lot closer to your goal than the previous, campsites. This is something that maybe this is the final push toward the ultimate goal here, and the union, the coming together with what you've been working so hard to achieve. Again, doesn't have to be romance, or it doesn't have to be another person at all. This is you uniting with the goal that you have. Okay? So in some ways, this is kind of the end of the journey. Now we know that another journey is going to begin with this partnership. This is the decision that you're making to unite with this goal, to commit yourself to something and to be together with it. Okay, it could be a person, it could be the career choice, the school choice, friends, family, whatever, right? It could be a union of energies within yourself. It could be a union with spirit, with the divine energy. Okay. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down here. We're going to put boba tea right on top of that. And boba tea it's a little toy thing. My daughter has this little kit where she can make little drinks and teas and things. It's just a toy in there. She knows I like to drink tea when I'm down here doing my work, so she offered to make me some tea. And so anyway, that's where I got this. But this is also a clue. When I first started this channel, 2.5 years ago, it was called something else. I don't know if you know that. If you know what it may have been called back in the day, put it down in the comments and see if you can guess what it was. It wasn't called Dove and Serpent Tarot. For the first maybe few months, it was called something else. Maybe like a month or two, until I changed the name and figured out really what I wanted to call it and what it sort of what it became, So anyway, funny little thing, embarrassing. It's the worst name ever, but anyway. The mystery card, if you have a prediction for it, put it in the comments. All right, we can do it together. We can exercise our intuition. Now, looking around at the major arcana, it's either Lover's card or bust, right? It's either jackpot. It's either this is going to be the biggest thing of your life, or it's going to be a disaster, right? And I feel like that's kind of that's the extreme of energy that I feel right now. That it's like this is it. This is your absolute purpose. This is what you're committed to. And with all the 4s and 5s, right? I feel like this has been a journey that has been it's been a long haul, right? It hasn't been one straight shot. It's been travel for a few hours, you rest for the night. Travel for a few hours, you rest for the night. There's been stages to your work. I think it's all culminating in this, okay? And, this is, between the two major arcana, the Tower. I mean, come on. The Tower is what you don't want. And the Lover's card is what you do want, okay? And what this is telling me is that you're not giving up on this path until you achieve your goal, until you are united with this energy that you have set out to attain, right? Whether it's in the form of a person or a relationship. If it is a relationship, it might be a Sagittarius person, okay? It could be a Gemini, but we've got this Sagittarius card in the future position. It might have something to do with it. But there's this idea that there's no giving up. Okay, that it's just going to keep trying until I can't try anymore, right? So the Tower is in that position of what we don't want, and it's in some ways it's the energy that keeps pushing us forward to get to this goal, no matter what, because it's either, it's just our endurance, it's your perseverance, right? And you will endure till the end here. Anyway, so major arcanas, I think that they are very, very good cards. It shows a lot of energy, and even with the Tower card, kind of showing these bursts of energy too. That it's just sort of it's one burst. It's like that. What do they call that? The high intensity interval training, where it's just like these really intense bursts of energy, and then a short rest period, and then a burst of energy and short rest. Right. That's sort of what I'm feeling here. We have, sorry about the camera there. We've got a little bit of fire. We have a little bit of water. We got a lot of air energy. Yeah, quite a bit of the air energy here. And then we've got a little bit of the earth there. Right. So it's fairly balanced, but again, as usual, it's heavy on the air, because I think that there is, it's sort of in the mind that we're dealing with a lot of this stuff, And I think the further we get along this journey, or the longer that it takes, the more opportunity there is for the mind to say, maybe we should cut our losses. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe this is never going to end. Maybe I'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and what's going to come from it, So anyway, the Lover's card, we know about this. This is sort of I think the final push right now. I think you're almost there. I think that this is like the last few miles of the journey, right? It's kind of like you wake up in the morning at the campsite and you say, today's the day we enter the town, And so this is the exciting day. This is it. This is like, when you're on the road trip and the kids are asking the parents, are we there yet? No, but this is we're going to be there very soon. Like, this is the day. We're not going to have to go and sleep at another motel. Like, this is the day we arrive home, or wherever it's going to be. There literally could be it could be you traveling to meet someone for the first time. It could be you having worked your way up to this very moment where you finally are in this relationship, or you're finally achieving this thing, or getting the job that you want, or this could be a graduation, right? It could be a wedding. It could be going on a vacation, anything like this. I feel like it's been something built up over time, and this is it. This is the day, right? It's going to happen. Having the Two of Cups underneath everything, this is all about love and joy and beauty. This is something that your heart really does want. We have the Lover's card, and we have the love between them. And this could be romantic. It doesn't feel like a work thing to me. Okay? It feels more like romance than anything else. But it could be, it could have that romantic vibe, because it's like, this is what your whole heart has been yearning for, right? For forever. Right? It feels like this is the one, this is your soulmate kind of thing. So this is the glue that's going to hold the lovers together. Okay? And everything is resting on this. This is what is sort of keeping the whole reading standing, is this love that's down here. This is a situation that feels absolutely perfect for you. It feels like it is a soulmate match. It is a perfect match situation. It could be, the idea that this really is the perfect opportunity for you, the perfect relationship, whether it's you and this particular company, or this maybe a career program or a program at school. They say with like nursing programs, like it's so hard to get into those programs. This would be, for instance, you working very hard, and now the day is finally here where you get into the program. Or maybe where you graduate and you become, you take that final test and you become the nurse, the registered nurse, or whatever. It feels like this is that big final kind of achievement on this longer path. Yeah, Feels very, very good. And it feels absolutely right for you because of this Two of Cups. This is where you belong, right? The Four of Swords feels very studious to me right now. It feels like the Four of Swords is trying to stay focused on the work at hand and not be too distracted by all of the potential for the future. It's kind of saying that I'm here, I'm going to study, I'm going to pay my dues, I'm going to stay focused. The future's the future. I've got to deal with what I got to do right now, The 4, anytime we get a 4 though, we start looking around for the 5. So in some ways the 4 is kind of the resting points in between the long journeys. See? And we got a lot of 4s, 4, 4, and 4. And I think this is something that really is coming to a conclusion in a way. It's something that is, all of these chunks that you have been accomplishing, all of these things that you've been checking off your checklist. It's kind of like it's finally done. Like this is the big moment, And I think that this might be the most difficult sort of push. This is the last few miles of the journey might be the most difficult, But I feel like you've had to really focus. Four of Swords even is trying to ignore some of the distractions. And we see a lot of distractions here with the Seven of Swords in the environment. So it seems like there's been a need for you to, you've had to just study and study and study while there's all these other things going on around you. All your friends want you to come out and have a good time with them, but you're like, no, I've got to stay, I've got to stay very strict with myself. I think you have a very strong sense of discipline. Even though there are, let's say, very many distractions tempting you, you manage to stay very disciplined. Okay, and maybe this, has something to do with, if this is a romance, this is your ability to stay focused on what is your heart's desire, even though there are a lot of other things that you could be doing, right? If you understand what I mean. So this is really the almost a promise to me. Yeah, this is a promise to ourselves, a promise to the other person or the other party. This is it's kind of like a non-compete clause or something, where we know that this is going to be our path, and when other opportunities come in, we say, no, sorry, I can't. I'm spoken for, that I can't do these other things because I'm already committed to a path. Feels like a relationship, feels like romance. It could be professional. It could be something, if you have this particular aim for your education, your schooling, university stuff, the nursing program or whatever. This is you kind of not doing the other things. Now, medical assisting, you could do phlebotomy. No, nurse. This is the one. It's kind of a one-track mind. So it's like we got the blinders on. And this has kept you focused, and it's kept you on track, and it's allowed you to make a lot of progress and really stay consistent, because I don't think you've been going off trail a lot. I don't think that you've been going wandering on your path. I think that you've really stuck to it. The four, very consistent, very steady energy. Right. So you haven't went and strayed, and then you got to come back in, you got to make up all this work or whatever. And, I think it's been this thing, and that's it for you. Yeah. But the Five of Swords up at the top here, I feel like there is some current stress going on. Maybe there's a little bit of doubt. Maybe it's just kind of, we realize that this is going to be the hardest push, the final stage of things. Maybe we realize that we're a little bit scared of this achievement, because it is going to change your life. When you're so used to kind of pushing and resting and pushing and resting, it's like we're running forward, and then we're at rest, and then we're rushing forward, and then we're at rest again. And that's sort of become familiar. Like that's been the name of the game for you. But now to actually achieve that goal, it's going to be you adapting to a new life, you know? Suddenly you don't have to do that thing in that way that you've been doing for years. So it's kind of like you got to prepare yourself for that. And I think mentally it's kind of stressful. When you've been, let's say you've been working 9 to 5 for 30 years, 40, 50 years of your life, working this 9 to 5 job. Well, suddenly you get a different job that has different hours. It's kind of scary. Or you retire, or you just become a millionaire and you don't have to work anymore. That'd be a pretty good problem to have, right? But it's a shock because it's such a new routine. I'm just not used to it now. And we start to get scared of that. And it's kind of given me those Shawshank Redemption vibes, you know? And it's taking us out of what's familiar and comfortable, even though we know this is what we want and this is for the best. It's still going to take some getting used to. And it's okay that we have these sort of doubts and we have this confusion or this chaos or this stress, trying to figure it all out and trying to talk ourselves through how different it really is going to be. But what we see in the future, of course, is confidence. We see a real stature here. This is you with the absolute strength and awareness and power and assertiveness. This is a really strong vibe for you. And this is your ability to face this new life with pride and confidence, knowing that this is where you belong and this is what you work so hard to achieve. Now you're here, and yeah, you're going to have to get used to it, but this is what you wanted, you know. This is what you wanted, and this is and you're achieving this, right? So this is sort of that energy going forward. Now there's water in here. There's water in here because that is the love is really the fuel for this, you know, this confidence. It's kind of saying, I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it work because it's what I really, really wanted. And now let's say you've taken the nursing exam. You've become a registered nurse. Now you're actually out at the hospital working as a nurse, and it's kind of stressful. You got to learn a new way of doing things. It's not the same routine as it was before when you were in school. But this is your confidence that says, look, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be harsh. I'm going to have to take my lumps. I'm going to have to pay my dues again and get used to it and sort of familiarize myself with it. I'm going to have to get into a routine. I'm going to have to try to mesh with the new personalities here, but this is what I wanted and this is what I'm going to do. Whole new set of challenges though, right? It's okay. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything. It supports the channel, and I appreciate the support. 10 of Swords. Why do we have a 10 of Swords as your general energy? I think because we're going from one accomplishment now, and we're beginning a new thing. Right? This is the ending of the air energy, and I think of it as this, right? The routine that you had before, the way mentally we were in a flow, right? That we were in a nice groove, and maybe it's this groove. Let's say it's a long distance relationship. You kind of got used to it. There was a certain groove to it. There was a certain rhythm and routine to that long distance relationship. But now, let's say you guys are moving together, or you're going to go out there and to be with this person, or they're coming here, or whatever. This is the ending of the old way of life and the beginning of the new way of life. And it's going to take some adjustment. It's going to take some courage, right? And so this, I think, is us kind of dealing with that in between. It's like we're in between the 10 and the ace. Yeah. Because it's the one routine, the one way of life is ending. This is everything. How long has this been going on for? A few years or longer. And now suddenly things are changing. Okay. And it's going to be a whole new set of problems to solve and things to figure out. Okay. We got more energy even in the environment with the 7 of Swords. I think that not only do you have your own sort of stress and thoughts and worries, but I think there are people around you too that that maybe are saying, hey, this is not a good idea. I don't know why you're doing this. Or, there are people around you with opinions, and you know what they say about opinions, right? Everybody's got one. So not only are you trying to fortify yourself with your own thoughts and, try to stay in your routine now, because you still have to do this final stage, this final push, to get to the goal, whatever it is, the finish line here. We got to deal with other people too. Okay, so I think there's a lot of things going on in the environment from other people that are adding to your stress. We're trying not to let this be such a major influence. Okay, and you're sort of you're trying to trust your insight and trust your plan and trust your decision. We see the Ace of Swords right there in the middle, leading to that lunar crescent at the very top of the card. In a way, it's just saying, trust yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the criticisms coming from other people. Trust in yourself. This is something that you feel very strongly about. Sometimes this card is even about like discouragement. We get a couple of bad test scores. We start to think, maybe I'm not supposed to be a nurse, Or you've become the nurse and you're here at the hospital working and you're having problems with other people that work there. Personalities are clashing. People are testing you. And we just think, maybe I don't want to be here. No, stay strong. Trust yourself. This is the right path for you. This is where you belong. Right? But there's always going to be these sort of growing pains right at the beginning of this new section, right? It's like a new life. We see the Tower card next, and the Tower card's in the position of what we don't want. Well, yeah, of course we kind of do, we kind of don't want the Tower. You know what I mean? Because the Tower is always very abrupt change. The Tower is always disruptive. The Tower is always stressful because it's abrupt change. These are the moments that punctuate life. These are life's exclamation points. Okay? And this is one of them. Okay, and after this, a new sentence is going to begin. Okay, so nobody wants this kind of stress, but we allow it, we endure it because we know that all of this abrupt change, this whirlwind of chaos and stuff is leading to better things for us, is leading us to, wherever we want to go in life, whatever we're trying to do. And so we endure this, and it's not easy, but we can and we will. Especially when what's coming next is another 4. You got a lot of 4s today, right? And the 4 of Pentacles, I think, is power. It's security, it's safety, security, stability. It's your health, it's your wealth, your fitness, your finances. It's life that now has become established, become orderly. There's a routine, there's a flow to it, there's a rhythm, right? Exactly what we had before, but in a different way. There was the rhythm before. Now there's this big Tower moment, which is glorious, beautiful Tower moment, but it shakes everything up. There's stress. There's new problems, new trouble. You're trying to stay strong through it all because you know that eventually you're going to get familiar and settled into this new life, whether this is you moving to this new place to be with this person, or maybe you're just moving to a new place. This is you starting a new job, or somebody's coming to live with you. You're starting a new career, or maybe this is the beginning of something else. It's going to become routine and rhythmic as well. Okay? But it's kind of like it's on a higher level now. Yeah. Major advances on your path. And it's stressful, but it is worth it. I want to look at the mystery card, see how worth it is. 9 or a 10 of Pentacles, 9 or a 10 of Cups. What I want to see is more water energy. I want to see this 2 of Cups become a 9 or a 10 or even a 6 of Cups, maybe a 3, I don't know. I'm predicting water energy. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. 7 of Wands. That's okay. It feels like we do need some fire energy here anyway, right? Because we had these. The fire energy really, I think, goes with, it goes with these, I think, these 3. because it is the Queen of Wands that has to wield the wand, right? And this is someone who's willing to fight because there's meaning and purpose in what they're doing. You have the heart of this. You know that you belong here. The water energy behind you is what is allowing you to fight, even though maybe it feels like the odds are against you. And maybe this is during the final push. Maybe this is even after you achieve the goal, and then you're starting to adjust to the new life and all of these new problems that you're facing. The new struggles maybe feel they're overwhelming. So you've got a 7 of Swords and a 7 of Wands. Okay? That it seems like there are things that are against us now that don't want us to be here. It's like you're the new person at the hospital. You're the new employee that, just fresh out of school, and you're working there now, and all the people that have been there for years are going to kind of, maybe give you a little bit of a hazing. It's an initiation for you. It's a rite of passage. But maybe there are people there that at first they don't like you. They don't trust you. They don't know you, nor you them. But this is you standing up for yourself. And I think that in any new situation, the circumstances are going to test you to see what you're made of, to see if you have heart. And you do. We know you do, because we have these 2 cards too. You've got heart. So you're gonna push right back, and you're gonna let everybody know that you deserve to be there and that you belong there. Now, if this is a long distance relationship that you're going there and you're going to be with the person, I think at first there's going to be some challenges. You're going to be 2 different people suddenly together. Never happened before, right? So you have to get used to each other's habits. Personalities are going to be different. Long-distance relationships are different than in-person ones, even with the same person, So you've got to deal with all those things too. But this is you not quitting, not giving up, because you have heart. And this is meant for you, and this is right for you, and this is where you belong. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Very, very strong energy. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. If you don't want to watch the readings here, you can head over to the website, doveandserpenttarot.com. New readings for Taurus Mondays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know if this is resonating with you, and maybe share how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you. I love you. And when you're here, you're family.